Happy New Year, everyone! This is Beaver English Channel. Now it's 2024, and from today, I'm thinking about taking videos with a little different taste from last year, and that is how to prepare for English tests. But there are various ways to prepare for a test, and it differs according to which test you want to prepare for. So, I want to explain what kind of general skills you need to take tests and how to train to get those skills. The first one is long passage reading. If you're not good at passage reading, watch this video until the end and you will understand how to solve passage reading problems, how to answer them correctly, and what to focus on when you are solving them. So today, I want to explain points in the order of the types of passage reading problems, the points for solving passage reading problems, and how to train for passage reading problems. I always think and make beneficial videos for Japanese English learners. So, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, types of passage reading problems. Basically, there are two types of passage reading problems. They are filling in the gaps and comprehension problems. The way of solving them seems different, but you are basically test on the same skill, which is how much you can understand written English. Although this is the main skill you have to have, you also need to be able to predict what information could go in the gaps for filling in the gaps problems, and understand where to find the information you are required for comprehension problems. I will explain the points to focus on with more details in the next section. Number 2, points for solving passage reading problems. In order to solve passage reading problems, you need to focus on two things: to understand what is written and what is required. If you are filling in the gaps, most people only read around the gaps. And if you are answering comprehensive questions, most people try to only find the answer. But to solve these problems effectively, you have to understand the whole passage. You don't have to read everything, but usually the key information is at the beginning of passages and paragraphs. So you should definitely read through that part. If you don't understand what is mainly written in that passage or paragraph, you can't understand the key information to solve problems. For example, as I said before, to fill in the gaps, you have to predict what information could go in. To predict, you have to guess what that sentence is trying to say by filling in the gap. And to do that, you have to understand what that paragraph is trying to say. Also, in comprehensive questions, a lot of answers are written in other words to see if you understand the passage well. To answer them correctly, you also have to understand the question and the answer as well, so you can find the correct answer from the passage. Number 3, how to train for passage reading problems. The way to train for passage reading problems is actually very simple. To be able to read and answer questions well, you have to read and answer questions a lot. It's the same way to train for any other things, such as sports, speaking English, and so on. But also, you have to know what is making you feel difficult to read, understand, and answer questions. It could be the vocabulary or grammar in that passage, or it could be that you are not familiar with the topic. If you realize what the reason is, you have to overcome it. And the best way to do so is on-the-go practice. On-the-go practice is effective for any English skill you want to improve. If you want to improve your vocabulary or grammar skill, try to understand the vocabulary and grammar in that passage as you practice. And if you want to be more familiar with the topic, try to understand the detail of passages as you practice using a lot of passages with that topic. You just have to focus on that factor and keep practicing. As a summary, if you read and solve a lot of problems and do a lot of ondoku practice focusing on your weak point, you can train for passage reading problems effectively. How was it? I hope this video is helpful for people out there who is struggling at studying English. Good luck.